इंडिया यूएस रिलेशंस एंड टैरिफ्स, इस पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन पे हम कुछ क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करेंगे जो कि इंडिया और यूएस के डिप्लोमेटिक रिलेशंस के बारे में स्पेसिफिक हैं, और ये क्वेश्चंस का रेलेवेंस अगेन फॉर द बीपीएससी एग्जामिनेशन. Some of these topics, because they are India specific and not general to any, not specific to any one state, will also be relevant for the upcoming prelims examination in UPSC, right? So section 2, the India-US relations and tariffs, questions 9 through 15. The peak tariff imposed by US on most Indian goods in 2025 was, the answer is 25% reciprocal plus a 25% punitive duty linked to Russian oil purchases. If you look back upon the track record between India and US trade, we start to see a pattern. Certain American interests were being propagated over the Indian interests. Even in fact, the final trade agreement that was signed between the American government and the Indian government was hugely detrimental to Indian interests. But for reasons unknown to the common public, that agreement was signed and the tariffs were further reduced. However, originally the tariffs imposed by the American president were 25% plus 25%. Later on, during the Iran war, when America caused a blockade of the Hormuz Strait, there was a temporary waiver given to the Indian government to purchase Russian oil. So the American government did allow the Indian government to purchase Russian oil to safeguard India's energy interests. Point to be noted. The India-US interim trade deal announced on 2nd February 2026 reduced the tariffs on Indian goods to, the answer is 18%. So from 25%, the tariff came down to 18%. The additional 25% punitive tariff on India in 2025 was linked to India's purchase of Russian oil. In fact, a punitive tariff is being currently applied on Indian goods when they are being sold in the American economy because of India's abysmal record of labor rights. So as we can see, cheaper and more cost effective Indian goods are being punitively held out for one reason or the other. The reason changed, the punitive tariff did not go away. After the US Supreme Court struck down IEEPA based tariffs, which is in February 2026, the temporary tariff applied to India under section 122 was 18%. So 18% punitive tariffs because of India's record of labor right violations. Interesting insight to be given by the American government of all the governments in the world. In September 2025, the Trump administration imposed a fee of what amount on new H-1B visa petitions? This was a widely contested and a widely applied for scheme despite the fee being very, very high. Roughly $20 billion was earned by the American Department of State. And this did disproportionately affect Indian professionals because the volume of Indian professionals working on H-1B visas in the United States is very high. So the correct answer to that is $100,000. Under the February 2026 joint statement, India pledged future purchases of US energy, technology and agricultural products exceeding $500 billion. So this was a part of the trade deal that brought the tariffs down from 25 to 18%, that India committed to buying more expensive and in most cases less efficient and less advanced goods in energy, technology and agricultural products. Now remember, India is a particularly agrarian economy. So for us to procure agricultural products from America seems questionable. India's largest trading partner, single country in recent years, has been the United States of America. Hence their pressure tactic against the Indian economy and hence the buckling of the Indian government.